editing, Kaz. A few points to mention. This was the second attempt of filming this video. The first one was a complete disaster. I decided to film this on Mother's Day, the second time round, thinking it was going to be quiet. Big mistake. So at the beginning, there was nobody around. Midway through filming, and towards the end, the world and his wife turned up. So it just turned out to be a bit of a car crash towards the end. I hope I'll do my best with editing. We shall see. With that in mind, let's just crack on, shall we?
So, 1,000 miles over 3 days. That means Kaz needs the loo. And apparently, I needed to go 14 times. I basically had 5 categories to score them. And each of those categories were a scoring out of 5. And they were aroma, cleanliness, maintenance. So basically maintenance is if there's any cubicles that are falling apart or they're non-existent or there's tiles that have gone missing, or even broken hand dryers. And then we have the stock levels, so basically how much loo roll have they got, and like the essentials, basically. The hand soap, that is frustrating when you're washing your hands and there's nothing there. And lastly was the dryer rating, because what else are you going to dry your hands on? Your jeans. Great. So, without further ado, we have in third place was Morrison's Boroughbridge, with 20 out of 25, and they weren't too bad. They were very clean. Plenty of cubicles were available, and I think they literally just had a cleaner in, so it was fine, basically. If you gotta go, you gotta go. And I think that was when everybody was waiting at a petrol station because the tills had crashed, so off I went. And then second place we got the Falkirk Wheel Visitor Centre. That was good. That got 21 out of 25. They had free sanitary products, which I think a lot of places are trying to put that in place, in case you get caught short, or you basically, it's to do with availability for anyone who can't afford sanitary products. And then in first place, drum roll, because that's my acoustics, was, I'm building up the suspense here, it was the Cairn Lodge services on the M27. A really nice place. It's a bit like Gloucester services, so it's a farm shop. They have shower facilities, it's just really nice and clean, and as you walk in, it just smells of freshly cut flowers, which is extremely posh. Only little gripe about that one was that they got those annoying basins. This is coming from a cleaner's point of view, because that's basically what I do. And it's those ones that have got like they got that horrible little strip at the back, which is the long drain, and you're washing your hands and you're looking and you're thinking, oh, it's a bit of grime. How are you supposed to clean that? The other thing was that they have those Dyson air blades, so you're doing the do and a shoo shoo. And where does the water go? On the floor. Health and safety, rubbish. But yeah, that's a nice place to go when you're travelling up Scotland. So, to the nitty gritties, they weren't overly bad. I mean, I didn't have anything where I had to refer to going into a bush. Although bush ratings would have been cool, wouldn't they? I say cool, down with the kids. So we had in joint bottom was with 14 out of 25. The first one was the one that I can't pronounce. Clandrindod Wells Lake. That Welsh one. It was very basic. I mean, I think it was one up from a steel toilet and the tracing paper for bog roll. But it wasn't too bad. There wasn't exactly like a sharp spin or something rank like that. But yeah, it was fine. What was it? It was just like one of your basic ceramic toilets with a manky wooden lid, and toilet seat. But yeah, not great. Oh yeah, and the dryer didn't work. What's the point? Just anyway. Along with that one, we got Scotch Corner. I think I must have gone in before the cleaner had arrived for their morning shift, because there was like a wall of wee. And there were tiles missing, but you know, it was bearable. Oh yeah, and the other thing I found was a lot of these at the motorway services, they're being sort of economical with their toilets. So instead of having like your basic flush loo, they're getting those rumble boxes in. So you put the lid down and it just like sucks it in like that, just like that. And these ones, they all had clear lids, so you can see what's going away, which is quite fascinating. If that's what you like to do. Notable mention was the KFC at Sleaford. I think it's Sleaford. After getting stuck in a load of traffic behind a large, what are they called, those large unusual haulage thing? I don't know. We got stuck in a load of traffic and then we ended up quickly dashing into KFC at Sleaford before we went to the V8 cafe. Yeah, that was difficult to find any loos at that services, so you have to go into every available, like in the petrol station or the fast food restaurants. So they are in KFC, as I'm saying, KFC, not sponsored. They have unisex toilets, which I'm not against them. I mean, it's taking some getting used to, you know. Unless, well, it's only with blokes where they like looking at each other when they're having a pee. But yeah, they didn't have a working dryer, and the floors were a bit greasy, which is lovely. Oh, and a funny one as well was Toaster BP Garage in Toaster. That was just before we went to Diddley Squat on the way back. That had a unisex toilet. Really needed a scrub. And they had two locks. One was a Duff one, and the other one was obviously the one that locked the door. Louise went in before me, but I didn't realise she'd gone in there. And nearly ended up, you know, jumping in there and having a chat with her because she couldn't lock the door properly. Yeah, that was in need of a scrub as well. But yeah, not too bad. There were quite a few disabled toilets that were out of order. And if you got Crohn's or you are disabled, you know, it becomes quite the inconvenience of having a convenient toilet. So yeah, it's not good. I think a lot of these businesses are, they're concentrating more on trying to make up for the economic crisis that we're in, and they got a lack of cleaners, or they just trying to save money where they can. So a lot of things are going downhill. But it's fine. Everything's fine.
At this point, things went a little bit pear-shaped. Someone was trying to park in front of me, but they didn't want to get their shoes muddy, so they decided to park halfway into the road. So a lot of distractions. So I apologise for this ending, but it is what it is. I'd like to thank the Fuel Power team for the amazing adventure up and down the country, and to my fellow teammate Matt, who made the trip worth it. As it stands in March, as I film this, the donations for the Crohn's and Colitis UK, they're still open, and we have exceeded £1,000. Can we go any higher? Thank you for watching. If you want me to review any more loos on the next adventure or something different, let me know. Yeah, see you next time. Bye.
Who goes for a walk in muddy woodland wearing pale pink trousers?